We need business leaders, not excuses. So listen, learn, and go do it. This is the Biz Tools Podcast. Now, just two guys, a girl, and a lot of caffeine. It's David Specht, Sean Green, and Molly Corbett.
And the crowd goes wild because they have tuned into yet another episode of the Biz Tools Podcast. I am your host, David Specht, sitting to my left, scratching his face apparently for YouTube, I'm sure. It's Sean Green.
Hi. And scratching my face.
And across the table from him and to my immediate right is photographer extraordinaire.
That's a new job, everybody.
Yes, right? Photographer extraordinaire, small businesswoman.
Thank you.
A woman about town.
Wow. So she's loose. That's what you're saying.
Nope. I said no such thing.
And she shares a first name and a follicle color of the lady from Pretty in Pink, Malls Corbett.
Yay. What up, bitches?
And we'd like to thank you for joining us on this episode of the Biz Tools Podcast.
Welcome.
Everybody look at the camera for YouTube. Hey, YouTube.
You
can follow us on YouTube. Sean's hiding. Are you hiding again?
No.
Okay.
No, he's in there.
All right.
He's in there.
This episode of the Biz Tools Podcast is brought to you by the letter Z. I don't know why.
For Zima.
Yeah.
Zima.
Because we need some.
Hello, 1990.
Oh, Lord. The worst tasting thing ever.
Get some Zima, not that I would know. Smirnoff Ice.
Dude, that was the drink of choice.
When you were 16, yeah.
Who says I drink?
Get some Boone's Farm. Vomit before we get drunk.
Oh, help
All
us.
right.
Help us.
Keystone, baby. So,
okay.
let's
Where can they find us again? Where can they? I never can remember this. Look, okay. I'm writing it down, folks at home.
www.thebiztoolspodcast.com.
Thank you.
You can find us on the Facebook at facebook.com/BizToolsPodcast. And that's it right now.
Right on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't have a Twitter.
Yeah,
right
our Twitter's me
but
now.
But you can email us if you got a question or comment or something. We would love to do it. That's ask@thebiztools.
Yes,
right? That's still going?
ask@thebiztools.com.
That's still going.
In case you guys make me do one of these, I'll be ready.
All right, let's move on to the subject of the week.
We got to actually work.
We're going to actually work, man.
God,
yes, the subject of the week. Who's ever sold anything like in the classifieds or whatever, growing up? You remember having a garage sale or you got to clean out the closets and
Trading Post, baby.
Oh, Trading Post, yes.
Nickel, what's it? Thrifty Nickel?
Thrifty Nickel, yes.
The shopper.
Yes.
Dude, that was the only thing you had though, man.
I know.
And now you have so much more.
Yes. So let's talk about what's available to you. I mean, as a newspaper guy, we still do the classifieds thing here at the paper, but we do realize that the world moves a lot faster than the cycle of the printed newspaper.
Right.
People want to sell their stuff or find out stuff a whole lot quicker.
Yes, but we do still need that outlet for serial killers to communicate with one another. It's really important that we maintain that.
Pedophiles and cannibals and stuff.
Yes.
It meets its.
How do you leave a ransom note without cutting out the letters?
There's only so many options.
You got to learn that. That doesn't come natural.
Oh, Lord. Off the rails already. Great.
I love it.
It's the greatest day ever.
I love that about us.
But along came Craigslist.
Yes.
And people were murdered. But besides that.
No, there it is again.
And sodomized.
Craigslist is, oh my God, the S word came out. Yeah, but Craigslist is awesome though, right? Because it's not just limited to your locale. You can sell, like we could sell here in Shreveport and Dallas.
Yeah, and you could go post in Dallas or you could post here or you could do whatever.
You can buy there.
You can. That's not all.
Welcome to the big wide world of Craigslist.
And it's what's your favorite price?
Oh, free 90 free.
Free 90 free.
That's right. Free 90 free.
I will tell you this. I have used Craigslist to buy things.
Yeah.
I've used Craigslist to sell things. And I've used Craigslist to advertise for jobs.
Oh, yeah. You know what else? Real estate.
Yes.
Dude. Not just buying, but renting. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I've rented my first apartment when I moved back to town.
Yeah,
I rented through Craigslist. Just posted.
Look, you got to do due diligence on all of this,
for
right?
Sure. Yeah,
but
yeah.
What a great way!
It's the Wild Wild West. Let's face it. Anything online is the Wild Wild West. You know, you gotta be very, very careful. I mean, as soon as you put something for sale, you're going to get an email, or maybe if you leave your phone number, you get that phone call. You know, hello, we'd like to tell you your thing for you. We send you the check and you ship out to Hong Kong.
I haven't gotten that, but
you know,
I guess it's out there.
And I don't know how many people I just offended with that terrible impression, but it is true. It's happened to me. We've tried to sell things. You know, usually if it's vehicles, you'll get that phone call. You know, or a dealership guy's like looking at it. But you also sell things extremely fast. Yeah. If you've got the right price or the right product that somebody's looking for, I mean, it's lickety split. You're there. And I remember I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it was just time to get rid of it. I mean, it was having trouble. I was starting to put more money in maintenance than it was really worth to me because I had already paid out the loan on it. So we put that bad boy on Craigslist, and I mean, we sold it literally within hours of posting.
Our ad manager sold his within hours of posting. He had a Volkswagen that he sold, and man, I remember
Especially if your price is right, it's not going to sit around because people know that somebody else will grab it.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And so I think that was really, really a cool thing. But then stuff started happening again, and social media became extremely popular, and we started hanging out on Facebook like all the time.
Right.
And all of a sudden somebody got the wild idea of taking that Facebook group and creating a online classified, if you will, where it's like, South Webster Trading Post or whatever.
Barksdale Air Force Base yard sale.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
It is a thing.
That's cool.
Dude, and look, we've been doing stuff like that on military bases for years. They have what's called the lemon lot.
Oh, yes.
Right? But now, and it's funny, they call it the lemon lot, which is hilarious to me because that implies that everything there is broken and busted down. But they've been selling cars from the lemon lot, just title to title.
Oh yeah, and you, most of the time it's just some guy's getting transferred overseas.
Yeah.
He's not going to take that whatever with him, and
doesn't want to garage it.
He wants to get rid of it. Some of the best garage sales I've ever been at were on base.
Oh yeah, man, because they're motivated to get rid of it. But they've taken the Facebook group and just made that a way to do it virtually.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's not just buying and selling, but you can. I remember my wife got involved in. They had a purse auction for the church to raise money for a specific cause.
Oh, I've been to one of those. I love those.
And so she just put it out there. Hey, we're looking for purses. If anybody wants to donate, let me tell you, I had purses coming out of my ears.
Right. Coach, Gucci,
right? It was just
Louis Vuitton.
How excited were you?
Oh, so excited.
So excited.
Y'all stop. I'm telling you, that's serious money right there.
Right. And they raised a lot of money there because, the buy-in is nothing. These people are donating things,
No overhead. You don't have to have an event space.
I don't know if you know this, Sean, but apparently ladies don't like to use the same purse past one season.
No.
Yeah.
We're very funny
and next year, you better get a new purse because last year's fall purse is not usable for this year.
Yeah, we had this discussion this weekend. I don't get it, but that's me.
It's like ball gowns. You just don't want to be seen in the same one twice.
Ball gowns?
What are those?
Guys can have one tuxedo, but girls
Ladies,
have to have 18
are you with me on this? Are you with me on this?
Women, am I right? Anyway.
But truly, have you... Let's talk about some of the things we've sold and bought and sold on both Craigslist and the online thing. We've sold some desks out of here.
Yeah, we did.
That's right. I remember.
Which was awesome. Yeah.
And again,
after trying to donate them,
coming from the guy who has the classified pages.
Yeah.
I realize that this is a thing and it's not going away, and this is pretty much the way peer-to-peer commerce is going to take place.
Absolutely. And if you've made up your mind to get rid of something, you don't want to sit and wait around for something to go to print so you can. When I decide I want something done, I want it done 2 days ago.
Exactly.
And this is the way to do it. But the cool thing, guys, is you don't even have to do it in one of those Facebook groups. You can literally, if you're active on social media, you can literally go on Facebook and say, I got this train table. It's taking up a lot of space in my kid's room, and I'm selling it for $20. Who wants it? And I did that, and literally that afternoon, 2 hours later, my friend is on my doorstep with cash in her hand. And she got a great train table for a little boy, bought it from someone she trusts and knows. That's what I love about the Facebook groups, is that it's people that you already have networking with. So you're selling to friends and family and loved ones.
If they're a good Facebook group, then they've been cultivated. So all the spammers and fraud people have been removed and kicked out and barred from coming back in.
And they're highly motivated sellers and buyers as well. But Craigslist has great security in terms of not getting to each other until you've gauged the interest level. You can go back and forth in email on a Craigslist and no one ever know how to contact you directly.
Oh yeah, and I do not give out my phone number unless I know the deal's happening.
You know what I do is a Google number. I don't want them knowing my cell number.
Yeah, if I had one, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and it's so easy to get.
So let's shift it to the business application. Like you said, I've actually interviewed people as a result of Craigslist ads. Another thing that you can do, and it's not so much in the, let's call it the trading post version of Facebook groups, but I love crowdsourcing ideas through social. Thinking about doing something. What are your thoughts on that? With a group of people that you can trust. We kind of discussed the elite Facebook closed group a couple of podcasts ago, and that's a great place for us to throw an idea out there, and people say yeah, or no, or or one of the things that we do is as we're moving into new businesses is like we test out logos. Hey, what do you think of this logo? What do you think of that logo? What do you think of that look?
Informal focus group.
A little bit.
Do you think something like that will go in this area? And it could be a physical space like Shreveport Bossier, or it could be just a subject space. Is there a need for more podcasts? We're thinking of starting a podcast in the model trains space. Do we think we need that? And go to the model trains group and say, hey, would you like a podcast? And Sheldon Cooper says, yes,
Sheldon Cooper.
But that's but truly that's an actual practical application. Outside, we always talk about social for marketing, but there's some practical applications for social and even Craigslist. I don't know if y'all know, but Craigslist has a little community section on it where you can post news and such.
Oh no, I wasn't aware, huh?
Now the larger communities, like your major metropolitan areas, it's very active. Locally, it's not very active, but that's an area where people can do it. There's a documentary out, and if you have Netflix, you can watch it. A fella traveled literally from San Francisco to New York and back by hitching rides, sharing rides through Craigslist ads.
That's amazing.
Never spent a dime the entire time. Found places to sleep.
Wow.
Found places to eat. It was really quite, it's a documentary, and it was really quite enlightening. It also gave me hope for the human race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like our generation's response to the hitchhiker era.
Right.
Which really was a great way to get to and fro. To and fro. Who says that?
To and fro.
To and fro.
Nice.
Point A to point B.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Every now and then 1973 hangs out.
I say to and fro. It's okay.
But really, I mean, that was a way of life,
right,
especially in more rural areas, and you just wouldn't even consider that nowadays.
Oh, I used to hitchhike on base all the time.
What did we just talk about with Craigslist? We were just talking about how you get murdered on there.
I know.
So,
but there are some steps you can take, not on the murder side, but
yeah.
Well,
like when you're accepting payment, like online for things, and especially if it's out of your local area. Get a PayPal account.
Oh yeah,
PayPal has protections that work.
Let me tell you, that $375 that you have to end up taking out of the price you're going to be getting is totally worth it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We those of you on our YouTube channel know that we have a few collectibles things over here, and we have.
They're mine. I collect them. I spend money on it.
But we've been able to acquire some of the more rare things via Facebook group.
Yep.
Yeah.
And PayPal
sold some stuff.
Yeah. And also,
I mean, it's just another tool. It's just about how you use it. If you want to sell office equipment, if you want to find employees, if you want to get referrals, you can. I mean, we have a Facebook group,
right?
Or we did.
Yes.
No, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. If somebody wants to get in there and network and sell ads to each other, talk about sponsorships, talk about partnerships, feel free. It's whatever you want to use it for.
Exactly. But it's still work. And that's what I think people get mistaken in their mind, that, oh, if I post something today, it can stay up there for next year, and if I'm not getting anything out of it in 2 weeks,
you
still have to work at it
type
just
in
like
bump.
everything else. Yes.
At the very least.
Yeah, and that's, I think, a lot of people, not a lot of people, that's not fair, but I see a significant number of people who are really lazy when it comes to doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's like one and done, and oh, it didn't work. And it's like, look, you've got to put effort into it.
Yeah.
You have to promote it.
I want to sell my 1992 Dodge Dart, and they don't put a picture with it.
Right.
And wonder why nobody's calling.
I don't even search unless there's a photo.
Exactly.
Oh well, yeah. If you don't have a photo up, that's red flag
I don't even
number
wanna see
one.
it, yeah.
Yep.
And then you look at the seller rating and the buyer rating.
Oh, sure,
and
yeah.
Oh, so we're
reviews.
back to eBay now.
I know,
You really-
I know,
but
but I love
really-
that, and it's not just eBay; it's Amazon Prime, some of the
Isn't it funny, though,
partner sellers.
Isn't it funny, though, that we trust the opinions of perfect strangers as to whether or not something or somebody is worth doing business
I
with?
believe in the organic nature of the review system.
I say we don't really have a choice.
yeah.
So it's either you trust their word or you don't, and then you're still in the same boat. So
Let's face it, we're gambling. How motivated are
Yeah.
you to buy the product?
I mean,
That's
I
the
just took pictures
question.
to sell something on eBay like before
Yeah.
we started this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm emboldened because I sold some stuff,
Yeah.
and I don't ever sell anything.
I know,
through
yeah.
The eBay,
Once you
through
do it, it kind of
Craigslist.
lights a fire in you.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can just sell all my stuff.
It's
Right.
like, he's got a 100% approval rating, and you find out he sold 2 things.
Man, Charlie
Again,
right?
I think I've sold maybe 5 things.
My husband had a ton of gear from his military days when he retired, and that stuff's really popular aftermarket. So, I mean, he was able to unload a lot of stuff
pretty
that,
awesome.
let's face it, it was just going to sit around.
Right.
So we were able to get rid of that. We took. Sometimes we decide we're going to do a thing, and we get really gung ho with gear, and then we do it one time, and it's like,
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of packing.
So
and
those
stuff.
Camelback backpacks that we took to Europe with us, to go to Jerusalem for that class I took when I was in seminary. Yeah, so we could drink water all day and
That's pretty awesome.
triple digit temperatures. We were able
Yeah.
to sell those and get a good price for them.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I mean, runners will buy those.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
But they were awesome. They had storage too, so we could carry our day's worth of
Or winos.
gear. Yep.
You know,
Oh, dude, have y'all? This is so off topic, but have you seen the fake baby Bjorn thing? That it has a wine canister on the inside of it and a straw on the top of the baby's head, and there's a picture of a dad holding it, and he's like kissing the baby. No, he's drinking
he's
his
getting
beer.
drunk. Yeah,
That's awesome.
good for him.
It's on Facebook.
On
It's
that
awesome.
note,
Is that our biz tool
Biz
of the
tool of the
week?
week. Yeah, camelbacks.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about them.
Oh my god! I
But,
can't
so you're in
even-
a family situation and you don't want to talk to them, but you want to get sloshed. Camelback under the jacket.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
how about the real
Life
biz
hack.
tool of the week? Life
Yeah.
hack, yeah.
No, we're going to talk about coin.
Yes, coin.
And
This
that's
is-
his Molly explained next to it. So
Yeah, so let me
means-
get on that. Let me
yeah.
get her done. So Coin is this amazing new app. You buy the app in the App Store and
Wait, buy or download?
buy.
Oh, I'm checked out.
I know. I
Sorry.
know.
Well, win me back.
But the way to win you back is to tell you that fat Costanza wallet you have to carry around
Yes.
gets a little bit thinner.
It's hurting my butt right
I'm
now.
sure it is.
It really
Look,
is.
if you've got back problems, check your wallet, okay? All of your the app comes with a little device that will scan all of your credit cards
Oh.
and store the magnetic stripe information.
That's really cool, but am I the only one that's like really hesitant about
In
that sort of
these
stuff?
last days, does it make you think of these last days?
No, not like I've been branded by the mark of the beast. Like all it takes is
He
somebody
took that mark a
now
long time ago.
getting into that database, and I'm
Dude,
just
there's
fucked.
128-bit encryption on it. It's super secure.
What does that mean? Okay, all right. I was gonna say I don't know what that means. Molly.
It's like,
I don't
it's the
understand the
difference
words that are coming out of your mouth.
out of your mouth. It's
You
the
sound
difference
like you're
between
from London.
It's a difference between like a 4-digit passcode and a 14
Okay.
digit
Okay.
passcode. Okay,
Okay,
I mean
all right.
it's super encrypted. It uses its own secure Bluetooth channel, and wow, I am really lucid on this biz tool.
You have it pulled up on your. You do?
Oh, can you see that?
Yeah. Remember?
But
Yeah.
no, really,
We're multimedia now. People can see you cheating.
Check this out, though. I have a business card, a business credit card, and sometimes I need someone to use that right? So, or I need to, like, I need to send my assistant, or I need to give it to my husband so he can go get something for the business.
I used to have to do that all
But
the time.
dude, if I have it in coin, then I've got all of my cards. So I can, if Charlie borrows my business MasterCard, I'm good if he doesn't give it back, which he never does.
Charlie,
I always have to ask
give
him
it back.
for it.
looking at you.
And that can really, like, you get to you're ready to pay. You don't think about your card until you're ready to pull it out, right? You're at the register, you don't have the card.
Oh yeah, it's mortifying. You're like, oh my god.
And then the either internal or external curses to your significant other that happen at that moment of transaction, let's avoid that. But what I like about it is it'll free you up. So you've got one car or one app that will pay. You don't even need a wallet. You just need your phone. Quit asking me specific questions.
So
you should know.
So it's
All
like
right, I'm pulling it up right now.
So it's like Apple Pay, but it's more broad.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. It says get.
Oh, it's free.
It's free.
It's
people.
free. There you go.
The app is free, but the
Her
little
favorite
device
price.
is probably.
They and I don't know. It doesn't say if the device has an expense or not.
Or is it just a swipe? Is it just one of those where you have?
It's a swipe. It's
so that you don't need.
It's a magnetic stripe swipe. Is all it is. So
oh no, you do. Okay, so you do need.
There is a physical device.
it's
that
like
you
a
can
little.
use.
Yeah, it's a little square type. You know how
It looks
squares
like
into that
it
little
looks
thing?
like a credit card, but
Right.
But it tags with your phone that has.
Okay, so it's not like
info in
Apple
there.
Pay, where Apple Pay you just kind of swipe your.
I think you can probably do that too.
I'll tell you who is going to love this, and it will probably be some men who have the Costanza wallet. But I, as a woman, I never feel like I get to be hands free. And I love to go into a place just carrying my phone. I feel so free. You have no idea how much better it is not to be carrying that burden on your shoulder of a purse.
I'm going to tell my wife about it. 'Cause I think
It's awesome.
She's the same.
I always have my phone, but let's face it, this will keep us from tucking things into our bras, right?
I know, right?
That's the way we have to be hands free, is we tuck stuff into our shirts.
So it's like a sweatshirt for your credit cards.
I'm telling
saw
you,
the
this is
meme,
a
by the
big,
way.
this is a big deal.
I know. No, I agree. I'm all about. You guys know. I think by now that I'm all about simplifying my life.
Absolutely.
And that I mean. So I think
And this
cool.
is a great way to do it.
Well, when I broke my iPhone 6, the thing that I missed the most about it was not being able to use Apple Pay anymore. It's like, I don't need anything, but the Apple Pay was so cool.
Well, if you go out of town, you can use Apple Pay just about everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually more and more in town. If they have that like in Genco or whatever, any of those ones that take that you can use Apple Pay on now.
But I'm gonna look at it and see if it works for iPhone, because if it works for iPhone like Apple Pay, then I'll probably just go ahead and get it.
Yeah.
I mean I have a ton of credit cards that I do not use that I can just like
put in a safe somewhere at the house and just keep your phone with you.
Absolutely.
or just cut them up.
Yeah.
True.
That too.
That too.
And then that way.
Do you know what another added benefit of it is that is not going to be, happy music to the credit card companies, but if I'm not opening up a wallet and looking at those cards, then I'm not going to be using them.
Ooh.
Yeah. And for me, I don't even have credit cards anymore. I'm off. I've got one in case I need it. But I'm on debit cards now for business and regular. And even then it's like, if I don't have a money source on me somewhere, I'm not thinking about spending money. And I would much rather have that.
And another benefit, because one of the main places I use my debit card, please don't hurt me thieves, is gas pumps.
Yeah.
And now you can't use it at a gas pump, so you have to go inside, which means skimming is reduced.
Right.
Chances of skimming is reduced, which is very attractive. So that's cool.
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
Cool. Well, nobody can walk by with an RF reader and steal your information at the airport or wherever you're
I'm going to tell you,
around.
you want me to go into crazy bitch mode. You just let me catch somebody trying to skim off my credit card when I make a payment at Walmart.
You just
God
knock them out.
Help you.
Just knock them out.
God help you.
And on that note, that'll do it for the Biz Tools podcast. Thank you for joining us.
Be safe out there, folks.
Comment, look out for Molly's flying fists. Have a great week.
Got questions? Post them in the comment section of the show notes. We'll answer them. Find out more at thebiztools.com/thepodcast. Until next time, applied knowledge is power.